Hi everybody, good morning and welcome to Leominster, an incredible city in the 2nd Congressional District. While I wish I could be with all of you in person, I appreciate this opportunity to join you virtually. I'm so glad I don't have to be in Washington right now. Dealing with this Republican majority in Congress has been absolutely awful. In fact, I think I'd rather get a root canal than have to ride in an elevator one more time with Marjorie Taylor Greene. But I want to thank my good friend Steve Kerrigan for his leadership and for organizing this state committee meeting in Leominster and scheduling a state committee canvass after the event. I want to thank all of you who have already signed up to join us after the event to knock on doors for Senator John Cronin and Representative Natalie Higgins. If you haven't signed up yet, please do. These are really important races, and we really need your help. Early today, I was with both John and Natalie at the opening of a new rail trail. It was a perfect example of why we need people like them in the state legislature. They're committed to bettering our region. I see how hard they both fight to uplift the voices of those who oftentimes feel that their voices aren't heard. And I see how they fight and advocate for our gateway cities, downtowns that have so much potential. And I'm proud to be their partner in this work. Just last weekend, I was in Leominster knocking on doors with Representative Higgins, and I saw firsthand, when people hear about the hard work they are doing on Beacon Hill on their behalf, they are anxious to support Democrats. But we need to put in the work to make sure that people come out in November and vote in these critical elections. I know so many of you personally, and I know all of you have given so much to help Democrats win in so many elections. And I don't need to tell anyone what is on the ballot in November. This election is about way more than political disagreements and policy differences. It could just be the most consequential election of our lifetime. Just last week, Donald Trump said to a group of Christians, get out and vote just this time, and you won't have to do it anymore. You got to get out and vote, and in 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have fixed it so good, you're not going to have to vote. That's an end quote. And then he went on Fox News and defended that statement. Trump said he wants to be a dictator on day one. He has promised to dismantle our systems of checks and balances. Trump's weird VP pick, J.D. Vance, who is so extreme even Republicans are upset with the choice, says he would have acted differently than Mike Pence on January 6th. Let that sink in. Look, democracy is on the ballot, and we need to make sure democracy wins. We need to win this election because I'm concerned that if we don't, there might not be another one after it. Republicans have a blueprint for what they want to do if they are able to take over next year, and it's bone-chilling. They finally said the quiet part out loud, and despite trying to make us forget about it, we need to trust them at their word. Read about Project 2025. It is a MAGA fever dream to take total control of the government. They want to rule just like authoritarians do, to push through their terribly unpopular agenda. And MAGA Trump Republicans have made clear what their agenda is: a nationwide ban on abortion, controlling women's bodies and restricting access to contraception and IVF, making it so employers don't have to pay overtime, dismantling Medicare and giving tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires while raising costs for the rest of us. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We can't let them take our freedoms away and rip apart the fabric of our democratic society. So we need to commit ourselves to working like hell to defeat Trump and MAGA Republicans, not only at the national level, but just as importantly here at the local level. I'm the ranking member of the House Rules Committee. I see every week congressional MAGA Republicans showing their horrible ideas for the country. A preview of what is to come if they ever take back the presidency. Every week they bring forward terrible bills to control women's bodies, slash funding for programs that help regular people, defund initiatives that Democrats put into place to foster a more inclusive society. They attack the LGBTQ plus community every chance they get, and they help big oil profit off polluting our planet. And when I have spoken the truth on the House floor, they've literally tried to have me silenced instead of having a debate on the merits of a particular bill. Speaker Johnson has turned the Republican Party over to people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and the extreme right at every turn. And the result has been a totally dysfunctional Congress. It is the worst I have ever seen in my 27 years as a member. And I lived through Newt Gingrich. Mike Johnson makes Newt Gingrich look like George Washington. That's how bad it is. And even with all that is going wrong in Congress, I am feeling energized and inspired by the excitement within the Democratic Party. Joe Biden just did something that Donald Trump could never do. He put his country ahead of himself. President Biden has a historic legacy of building back better, protecting democracy, lowering costs for everyday people, and helping America emerge from a global pandemic better than any other country in the world. And I am so excited to see Vice President Kamala Harris unite the Democratic Party, and I know that with everyone's help, she will lead us to victory in November. She has already set fundraising records. She has seen an incredible outpouring of grassroots support, but we need to keep it going. You know, throughout Vice President Harris's career in public service, she has shown an incredible ability to bring people together. She's taken on the big banks, she's taken on the greedy for-profit colleges and special interests. She's stood up for the underdog and always fought for what she believes in. I know she will represent the Democratic Party that we all believe in. And we are already seeing an outpouring of momentum and support because of this message, and we need to keep it going. But it is also vitally important that we elect good people like Representative Higgins and Senator Cronin. We need them. So I want to say thank you to Massachusetts Democrats, and let's all work together to keep this momentum going and win big in November. I know your support over the next 94 days will make all the difference in the world. I'm proud to be a Democrat. I'm proud to stand with you, and have a great day.